And I see that. I see that in Club Matryoshka. I remember last year, the last time that I saw you, we were in Poblacion. We were having some drinks, and
Yeah,
you told me, "Yo, Mark, I'm building this space. We have these like Minecraft servers that we're sort of just like building stuff off of it. I mean, you didn't go in depth, but
yeah,
you were like you were excited about it, obviously, and I
yeah,
couldn't wrap my head around it. I was like, what's going on? You have a Minecraft server, okay? Then what are you gonna do with a Minecraft server? Sort of thing. Are you guys gonna play Minecraft? You know,
yeah.
but I was wondering what the process is like for you. Building Club Matryoshka, what triggered it, and also like talk to me about like what's the decision why Minecraft versus other open world sort
Sure,
of like
sure.
platform.
So yeah, I think the main inspiration of why we created a virtual space was respond. Well, personally for me, I can't really speak for the whole Club Matryoshka because everyone has their own reasons why. But I've always been into virtual clubbing,
Mm.
and as a child, I would frequent these avatar chat sort of platforms like the Palace chat. I don't know anyone else who grew up on that, but it used to be this like sort of like chat website where you play as an avatar GIF. You can choose a GIF, and I would always choose these cool people with elephant baggy pants and like fire. And I met so many people, interesting people. I learned so much about music from strangers there when I was younger. And then later on, I got into Second Life, and then I've seen like S2ATF, I mean S2 SP, SPF 420.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So those events sort of like inspired me, and I'm sure you've also played maybe in SPF 420,
I
right?
did, yeah. Uh-huh.
And Asia as well. These things sort of gave me hope that even in our backyards, and maybe in the Philippines, people don't appreciate us, or we're underappreciated, or we feel like we're othered, or we feel like we're left out of the scene. That doesn't mean that you're left out everywhere else. So I always had this sort of like hope for us, and I look towards the internet with a lot of things because it's like it feels like a free space.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seemingly is still a free space, despite people trying to control it still.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was inspired by that, and maybe a reaction to club politics, venue politics, and limitations of being in the Philippines.
Mm.
I'm sure you experienced this. Like throwing events here isn't always so fruitful. I love bringing in artists. I love flying in people. I love hosting. You know this. Meishi knows this. Every artist that I've hosted knows how much I love hosting. But it's not always good on on my wallet. Like I always sometimes lose money.
Yeah.
But I feel like the experience of bringing artists here, connecting them with the physical space, and letting them know what it's like to live in Manila is important.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's tough to keep on doing that, like and see nothing, no good results happening. So I felt like I had to throw in the towel eventually for doing events. I stopped doing events. The younger people in one were the ones taking over, which I love. I love seeing, I pass the baton to them, and then they're doing it. They're continuing the shows. But I felt the call to do something on the internet, and that's when I started, Club Matryoshka, which was actually an accident. It was a time where I was in a creative drought. Um, I was frustrated with the scene. I felt like some venues here weren't so accepting of the vision and the curations that we were trying to do. And this is like a product of me having a lot of failed shows because I keep on
Mm.
trying, keep on evolving the types of shows, the format. But sometimes it's just like maybe I should read the science and realize when to stop. So I decided to stop. I wasn't making music for a while. I got into games.
Mm-hmm.
I figured like maybe I should stop forcing myself to work and try to like chill for a bit. So I started getting into games, primarily survival games, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I was into Ark. Ark is kind of like Minecraft. I also got into Rust. I
Mm.
played Rust with Leon. I got into Don't Starve, and that's where I met the initial founders of Club Mac, which was Dot Jaime from 1-1,
Mm-hmm.
who's based in Iloilo, and OB Cavill, who's based in Cebu. I met them on Don't Starve, and then nagkayayaan lang. They were like, "Hey, since we're playing a survival game, why don't we play Minecraft?" And I was like, Minecraft. The last time I played that when I was a kid." And they were like, "Don't worry about it. The new update was dope." So we play the game together. We do a public server, free one, which is pretty crappy. And then I got hooked. I got hooked, and then we were like, let's just buy a real server so we can actually play and experience what it's like to play on a real server without the lag. Because the free one was like, if you place a block, you have to wait like 5 minutes before the block. So yeah, fast forward, we were playing, started inviting people to play on our server, like mostly creatives, like people we know, musicians, artists that just wanted to play Minecraft.
Mhm.
And then came back from Berlin, and then I didn't get to go to Berghain, so I had this like idea of like wanting to create a club in Minecraft. So one day my house burned in Minecraft, and then like when everyone was asleep, I built a club inspired by Berghain and the other clubs in Manila and the spaces that I love, and it looked like a library, a dungeon, and Berghain at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And then when everyone woke up the next day, I was like, guys, I'm gonna throw a gig this Sunday. I made a website, I made a Facebook event page. Let's go. And then everyone was like, huh? Okay. So it was me, Luis, Ajusi, and Dot Jaime that were performing. And then we opened up the server to public, and the rest was history. It's like everyone enjoyed. We just felt like continuing it because it was a space that felt like we could curate and create context for content.